rolls out. Hammer tries to throw it to it. Falls down. Does he catch it? Dylan catches it! Oh, no! It goes in. Does he get there? I think he's right in front of the line. Not quite in.
Got it, takes the handoff, now rolls to the right, still rolling, still being chased, now heads upfield, goes around a man at the 40, down to the 35, heads infield at the 30, now he's down to the 20, you gotta be kidding me, he's down to the 15.
Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run!
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball! A walk-off 2-run home run!
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
And welcome back. Once again, it feels like I was just here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish, Washington. Amp Harrell here with you. Ron Henthorn along for the ride. Ronnie, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, Amp. Good to be here with you today. It's going to be a good day for a ball game here. It looks like no rain going to happen, at least for several hours, so that's a good thing.
And it's a Saturday afternoon for football, a non-league game, but a matchup of two undefeated teams that never see each other. Post Falls out of Idaho makes the trek over with a 4-0 record against the 3-0 Glacier Peak Grizzlies, and we're going to get underway a little bit early today, it seems. I was expecting to have to take a quick break while we got set up, but it looks like we are ready to go. And Post Falls will be kicking off. GP's not even on the field yet, partner.
No, they're almost on the field. They'll be out there in just a minute. Post Falls, it's about 4.5 hours, depending how fast you drive over I-90 and into Idaho, just before you get to Coeur d'Alene. So it's a nice ride for these kids. And I think I talked to the bus driver on the way over, and they slept most of the way here, she said. So.
Well, it was an early morning trek and just about a straight shot. So, yeah, they're going to be well rested and fired up. This is a team that's not a stranger to playing good teams out of Washington, and they're 4-0, including a win a couple weeks back over a team out of East Wenatchee and Eastmont.
Yeah, we look for a good ball game here tonight, and a college coach type offense here for Post Falls. They run the 2-platoon system, so none of the players play offense or defense, and that kicks a little bit back.
Yeah, backpedaling there to field it and just trying to do something with it. We'll see that 2-platoon offense in a bit, but first Glacier Peak on offense. And this is a team that basically is an organization that doesn't rebuild, they reload.
They definitely do that, and they're a good, strong team. They got some kids that play both ways, and Coach Shane Keck is concerned about the 2-platoon system for Post Falls, but he said I think we can handle it.
Lucas Entler will trot out there and lead his team onto the field. Running back behind him is Francis Crocker, a senior, and we'll see what we have from this Glacier Peak offense starting at their own 16. Pistol set, running back behind him. Good snap, give, Crocker off the end, and bowed up and stopped by Foreman, the linebacker. He did get to the second level, but didn't get a whole lot.
Probably got about 3 at the most there, I think. Good defense quickly by Post Falls.
The defensive line for Post Falls starting 4 as they will run a standard 4-3. Click, Martin, Sanchez, and Chamberlain up front. Foreman, McCown, and Hamilton, the linebackers. Blake, Hudson, Miller, and Rise in the defensive secondary. Post Falls in the white on white with the orange numerals and the black helmets. And a PF making a Trojan on the helmet. Jet sweep motion. They'll fake the dive as well. Dumps it off screen, slow developing, and gets about a foot and a half.
Good defense there again by number 33 for Post Falls.
That's Chamberlain on the defensive line, just occupying space. Luke Fullerton on the catch, and it brings up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 7. Good defense here by Post Falls. They had a defensive stand last week to survive by a point, defended a 2-point conversion, and recovered an onside kick. Shotgun, sidecar right, Entler. Straight drop, no pressure. Pocket breaking down, and he'll short hop that one, intended for Michael Darling.
Yeah, it was a tough pass to try to fit in that slot there. There was nobody open. Well defended by Post Falls on all conditions there. So GP will have to go back for the first punt of the night.
Well, we'll see that 2-platoon offense in action in just a bit. I want to thank our sponsors here, Les Schwab Tires, presenting sponsors since 2001, reminding you to get more from Les. And as you're out and about, not a huge crowd here on a Saturday with plenty of things to do, take us with you with the Seattle Sports app as well. Little change of the call here, or perhaps moving a jammer up. High snap.
Ooh, close to being blocked.
Yeah, but still gets a good one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 39-yard line, and that is where Post Falls will take over after Jimerson made the fair catch.
Well, they're going to give him an extra yard. They're going to put it on the 40.
Fair enough. Let's meet the starting offense for Post Falls, making that trip over from the Coeur d'Alene area, we'll say. Up front, it's Portner, Wojciak, Riggs, Scholes, and Shields. Sage, the lone tight end. Running back is Burton, had a touchdown last week. Receivers are Jimerson, McLean, and Morrison. And McCown is your starting quarterback, wearing number 2. Had a touchdown pass last week. Flip Sage to the far side. Slot receiver that way as well. And now they'll run rocket motion. Snap and all that for a give underneath, and blocked up well.
Good for about 6 right there.
Yeah, that worked very nicely for Post Falls.
Coach Blaine Bendon says he's going to run about 60% of the plays on the ground here. We'll see if it holds true as it goes through this first series of downs here.
Same sort of setup, short side left, snap give that way off tackle, and nothing doing there. Good job of that defensive front for Glacier Peak. Grizzlies will blow this one up. They're not getting fooled by the motion, and
that was just a straight, easy handoff, and I think everybody on the line, plus all the linebackers, knew that's the way it went. It was pretty obvious to see that from up here. So,
well, Fullerton was basically spying on that motion, almost playing like a robber type of position, and he filled space.
Passing down, and he is back to pass. Quick out to the side, and that little swing pass is not one of my favorite plays, and that kind of well defended by GP over there.
Antonio Cherez cleans it up. It almost looked like a screen, partner, but there was nobody blocking.
No, it's just it's a play you see a lot in college and you see it in the pros, but you gotta only do it when they're playing off of you very far, and they weren't playing off of him more than 5 yards, so nowhere to go for him. And we'll see you back to punt is his number. Is that 81?
That would be 8, McLean.
8. McLean.
Out of the snap of Miller. Drops that one, and just a laser beam. Hits at the 20, fielded at about the 14. Slips a tackle. Has a little bit of blocking, and out across the 40-yard line, and that's where he will go down at the 41.
A good 20-25-yard return there for GP. It's a nice field position to start this second possession.
It's all Michael Darling shining on that play, as GP will take over with good field position. If you were watching last night with the Snohomish-Stanwood game, this seemed like where Stanwood would start just about every drive, is inside the 40s.
Well, that's a good place to start. There's no question about that.
And it worked out well for Stanwood as they were able to hold on for their first win of the year and get a league win in the new Westco 3A North. GP, of course, in 4A.
Yeah, the new Westco 4A with Arlington and...
I had the notes pulled up and managed to set them aside. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Arlington and Cascade Everett.
Cascade, yeah. I couldn't remember the last one that's in there. So Arlington's going to be a tough team for GP2.
Three-receiver pattern. And what a grab, and that's 6. That is a touchdown if he can outrun the team, and he does. Yep. Excellent look there as Entler finds Isaiah Olson. Reservations for 6, and GP draws first blood.
Well, that was a defensive breakdown on part of Post Falls because I think that young man thought he could jump high enough to block that one, but it went over his fingertips.
That one from the 41, so that's a 59-yarder through the air. Extra point pending. Great work by this GP squad. They ran sort of a flood with 3 receivers to the wide side left. Wasn't all goes, but went over the top, took the top off the defense, and Olsen finds the end zone. On for point is Aiden Larson. Kick on the way into the night, or rather into the afternoon, and good. It is 7-0 Glacier Peak, 8:34 to go in quarter number 1. Back after this on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here on STSPN, 8:34 to go, quarter number 1. Glacier Peak draws first blood. Broadcast brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Do more with less, get more from less.
Looks like is that Trenton McLean back there ready to receive that punt if he kicks it down the middle?
Should be McLean and Jimerson, I believe.
Short punt. Easy up to 30.
Kickoff will be defended well out across the 35-yard line, and that's where Post Falls will take over. 1 series offensively for the Trojans, 2 for GP. GP punted on the first one and scored on the second one. Let's see what the Trojans have fresh off the bus for drive number 2. Yeah, this team is well rested. They had a little bit of feeling out process as they woke up in that first drive. Broadcast brought to you in part by the Washington Officials Association and Jeff Matson in the house on this crew. Motion to the left, snap, give underneath, straight dive, and wow.
Nobody there.
Diving in and filling the hole was Nolan Andall. Yeah. Run dog blitz, and excellent. Just passing 8 minutes to play here in the first. Quickly back to work, snap, give, off the tackle, bang! What a lick. I saw James Jenkins in there and Luke Fullerton. Yeah, Fullerton just playing free on that end. And, yeah, the play actually came back to him on that carry from Burton.
So 3rd down again. Let's see if Post Falls puts this one in the air.
3rd down and 9. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Tight end appears to be the near side as well. Left to right on your STSPN screen. Motion comes across Jimerson. Toss, left side, blocked well, and net past the hole. He'll get about 4 yards, but it's still probably punting time.
4th and 5 from the 40, yeah. A little too early in the game to be going for it on 4th down here.
Good pursuit and just laying the wood. Kevin Bonchi. I think that's Crispin's brother.
Crispin's brother, yeah.
7-0. Grizzlies with the lead, under 7 to play here in the opening frame.
Should get the ball back on about the 25 or 30 here.
Decent punt. Takes a Post Falls roll and is downed inside the box, if you will.
Yeah, Michael Darling let that one go because it cost him 10 yards by not catching that one. We'll see if he can pick it up from there.
I'll mark it at the 13. Speaking of inside the box, STSPN covers more than just football, volleyball, and soccer on the schedule in the coming weeks. I believe I'm on the call for one of those soccer matches, which is interesting because I don't think I've done one in about 15 years.
Well, it's like football, only different.
It's football. Here's a guy when he runs, he goes faster. Yeah, that was a little analysis there.
Yeah.
Back to work for the GP Grizzlies. Lucas Entler out there with a single setback behind him in Crocker. Crocker in the Bonchi number. Snap, give. Crocker hitting the hole and dropped immediately for no gain. Good work getting in there. 45. And they're rotating already. 45 would be Cruz Wozniak. Came up from his linebacker spot and made a play. GP just trying to keep it all in front, not do too much. Just play Grizzly football.
Post Falls got the 4-up lineman there, expecting GP to throw the ball a little bit, I think, right now. So they're looking back for the prevent on the pass.
Monaro, the center. Pistol set. Good snap. There's the give. He'll dive and get about 2. Rugby scrum once again. And on the tackle, the big defensive lineman Martin. That is Sebastian Martin tackling Crocker and brings up 3rd down at about, I'll say a long 6. Or excuse me, a long 6.
Yep, Isaiah Owens just came in for GP, and if that's the passing play, look for him to go to Isaiah.
Michael Darling checks in the slot as well. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the boundary, far side right. Darling in motion. Good snap, sprint pass. Pressure comes, he'll sling it. Darling with the catch,
nope.
And he pays the price.
He dropped it.
Oh, he dropped it. Well, it wasn't enough for a first down either way. Good lick by Cannon McCown. And so punting time here for the Grizzlies, up 7. Kind of feels like the Trojans are just biding their time, just trying to figure out what the tendencies are, because they kind of feel like a coiled snake ready to strike.
Well, that's a good analogy. We'll see how that turns out. Definitely strong defense on that part, on their part that time. So let's see if they can get good field position off this punt. They should be around midfield at best if they get a good punt off here.
I think this is Jimerson back to return. Block is on. That one's short. Jimerson will let this one bounce in front of him, and finally touched up there by Noah Green.
Noah Green might have grabbed that one a little too early there. It might have rolled a couple more yards if he'd let it go. But he kind of liked it.
Well, short field position here for Post Falls. So far 0 for 2 on their opening drives. Broadcast is brought to you in part by Adrenaline Fundraising, Bickford Ford, Grit Handcrafted Wood, Home Comfort Alliance, Les Schwab Tires, McDaniel's Do It Best, since the beginning, by the way, and Monster Energy Drink. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It helps us do what we do. Post Falls going to work from just across the 45 in plus territory.
Looks like they're setting up for maybe a first pass play. Yes, they are.
McCown just hits his drop and fires on a slant, incomplete, looking for the big, wide-bodied tight end, that being Sage.
Sage was wide open. The pass was just a little bit behind him, and it's kind of hard when you have to turn back and grab it with your left hand as you're going to the right. So
you mentioned a pro-style offense. That is straight up an NFL-style play on that tight end slant.
Definitely was. Should have, could have been a good one.
Oh, and a false start.
And, yep, that's going to think you go against Post Falls.
Riggs first across the line, ready to hit somebody.
Yep. And that's our first yellow flag of the night, by the way. So we got out there on the striped shirts. We got referee Dan O'Neill, umpires Jeff Matson, head linesman is Dan Curry, line judge is Larry Boucher, and the back judge out there is Pat Sievers, all doing good work for this football game this afternoon.
For the Washington Officials Association as well. Under 5 to play, opening frame, 7-0 GP. Straight drop, looking for help.
That's going to hurt.
That was a deck on Isaac McCown. 2 blue shirts in the area and nothing doing. Just watch the replay here. He gets the snap, and then there's a face full of blue as 22, that being Noah Green, and 25, Nolan Andall, all up in the kitchen. 2nd and 25 now. Pin your ears back again.
Well, I think you got to get the pass off a little quicker than that, so we'll see what he does on this one.
Possible cover 2 shell here. Man-to-man on that trip set to the
GP,
left side.
GP rushing 5 up front right now. Saw it in there, so he's got to get going.
Here comes the pressure. There's a lollipop throw. A little too high, but I still feel like Trenton McLean should have come down with that in space. But still, it's 3rd down and 25. No, excuse me, 4th down now.
They're showing 4th on the field and only
2nd on the scoreboard, yeah.
Scoreboard's wrong. I think the field's right. I'm going to go with the field.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. So now it's 4th and 25. And punting time again for Post Falls. Their offense has not really gotten in sync just yet, as they will club this one away. It'll hit just shy of the 30 and just take a nice roll.
Look at it roll.
Inside the 10 and blowing on it inside the 8-yard line. I think they'll touch it up at the 7.
Looks good to me. Yep.
So now GP has to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. Special teams could be the best offensive play of the night for the Trojans.
Well, the Trojans can hold them on this possession. They'll have a good field position again, but even with good field position, they were unable to move the ball past midfield. So let's see what happens. 3:56 left to go in this first period.
Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn, Todd Elvig on the 1s and 2s. As we kind of glance around the corner and try and see a shot of the maybe the play sheet over there at Post Falls. Their booth is to my right. Pistol set, Entler, give, first man through, hit immediately, and not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard.
Kyle Chamberlain with the big hit on that, I think.
Isaiah Owens on the carry. And we'll try this one again. I actually give him a generous gain of about 2.5, so 2nd and 7 or 8, somewhere in between. Good work by this offensive line for the Grizzlies on a gorgeous day for football. Straight drop, empty backfield, dancing around. Entler will find his man. That is Herman Belaine, and he will surge forward and pick up a first down. That was a little bit of improvising, seeing what's left in the kitchen.
Haven't seen Carlos on the receiving end of anything for GP this year yet. That's the first one I've seen him catch, but that doesn't mean it's the only one he's caught.
Well, he just gave his team a target. I love the helmets. I just noticed that for GP, some of the helmets have Grizz on the side instead of the GP logo. It's very is that Montana or Montana State?
Montana has that, I think.
Motion comes across. Herman Belaine rolling to his right. Entler trying to buy some time. Backpedaling, just gets rid of it. He was outside of the tackle box, so that should not be a penalty. And it will bring up a 2nd down.
He was knocked down there, but not to the extent where they're going to get a flag on that. So.
3:03 and the clock stops on the incompletion. Try this one again, 2nd down and 10. Tried to get a little something there with the passing attack, but it's worked so well on the ground. I say make Post Falls stop you.
Well, let's see what happens on this one. No.
Lucas Entler looks to the sidelines. Carlos Herman Belaine will line up on the end. Actually, he'll drift out into the slot, and now we'll go empty set again. Motion coming back across, and Isaiah Owens. He'll set up in the pistol. He'll take the play fake. Dump that one off. Pass is complete. First down, GP looking in space for Albright.
I like that play. Albright was just a nice cut. Slant across the middle, wide open, and a perfect throw in stride.
Yeah, that's not exactly a deep in the playbook kind of thing. That's maybe page 3. Penalty marker down, and that will negate the play.
Probably going to be a hold. No,
ineligible man downfield. That's something I was not paying attention to, but ineligible man downfield. And I think with everybody dancing around, maybe we had a lineman that kind of got a little too far downfield, or.
It's only a 5-yard penalty, so they'll play 2nd down over again here. Let's see what they can do. They can run that same play again. It looks like it might be open.
Well, we'll see. 5 on the line for the Trojans of Post Falls, Idaho. Shotgun back to his right. Entler sprint pass, rolling to his right, gets a block, throws that one into space, pass is caught, and
Look out,
getting into territory is Olsen. It's a foot race.
He'll make it to the corner.
He will angle to the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown GP. Olsen once again, the big strike, and that will make it 13-0.
Wow, just like that, Olsen gets wide open behind the receiver and ran 50 yards downfield for a touchdown.
I think that was a 79-yarder through the air. So 2 big strike plays to Olsen. Entler to Olsen, part 2, and it is 13-0, extra point pending.
Well, it's wake-up time for Post Falls here now at this point. With 2:33 left to go just in the first period, and they're down a couple of scores here.
Now, this is not the kind of game I think that Post Falls was expecting, making that long trek through the pass. Snap, set, kick on the way into the night, and good for Larson. We will take a break. 2:33 to go in the first. 14-0. Grizzlies lead Post Falls, Idaho. This is Les Schwab Tires, STSPN Sports.
Just 2 big plays.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Full practice, Witch Doctor, request immediate hot extract. Take it on.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Back here at Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium, Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn, Todd, Elvig and company. 2:33 left to go, quarter number 1, and with a couple of big splash pass plays, Entler to Olsen times 2, it's 14-0 GP.
Yep, big plays make the difference here right in this game so far, and there's a squib kick down the middle.
Oh, that's wise. It just eats him up. Taken
looking
across
good on the
30,
sidelines.
gets the block, and out just shy of midfield.
Gonna say on the 45.
That would be McLean, wide receiver by trade.
Well, let's see what Post Falls can do here on their one of their last outings against Eastmont. They only passed for 128 yards and won that game 14-7. So that was a tough battle ball game for them. So if that's all they're going to do passing, they're going to have a hard time making it on against GP today.
Well, last week against Lakeland, they had to survive. They had to hang on and get that 2-point conversion stuff, but better stats than that. We'll have it after this play. Snap, give, big rumble, bang! Decked down is Burton, but he gets a big burst into positive territory, and he gets the first down. But by the way, they passed for 14-27 for only 117 through the air. And trying to see if I have a rushing total.
For the last game?
For the last game.
Yeah.
And Burton had 100 yards in the last game out. Felix had 26, and McLean had 3. So over 100 yards through the air and 100 yards plus on the ground last week as well in a game they squeaked out by a point.
And another 4 yards on that last play there if you were watching while you were talking.
Oh, thank you. Snap, no play fake.
There's
Dumps that one off to Jimerson.
Yep.
And he gets ankle tackled. Might have been a touchdown saver. Just watch this quick strike. He's right on the 40, right in front of the word Trojans. And he leaks out, makes the grab. Good job of grabbing onto the shoe by Owens.
That's my favorite play as a wide receiver. You cut in front of the defender, and if the pass is on time, there's no way he's going to get you.
Sort of a shallow post, right?
Yep. Just quick cut.
McCown barking out signals. Burton back behind him.
2 first downs on this possession already, which is, I think, as many as they've had all game so far.
Fires that one to the in-between man and meet you at the white shirt. Four guys in on the tackle of Jimerson.
Good for about 4 or 5, I guess. So.
Jimerson right in the middle of that bunch of 3, and they were just all standing there waiting to get the ball. Back to work with 1:04 left in the first. Second down, 5 or 6 yards to go. Back off his right hip, that is Felix. Hard count, and now they'll back up. Jimerson alone to the near side. Now here comes a convoy. Watch toss going this way, I think, or maybe even a screen. Hard count, free play.
Yeah, I think they ran out of time.
Oh. I wasn't even looking at the play clock, but let's see what the call is here from the officials.
No, it's going to go against GP.
Yep, that's what I thought. Encroachment, though, I was thinking it would be a free play, but they blew it dead.
Yeah. Encroachment, that sounds like a varmint that runs around underneath your kitchen sink.
I mean, it's as pesky as that sometimes if you're the one guilty of it. 33 seconds left. Snap, give. Burton squirts through.
It's about the 13.
Corner kick coming up. Oh, sorry, wrong sport.
Yeah.
20 seconds. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock as back to work go the Trojans.
Should get one more play in here before the end of this first period. And it's a pass. He's wide open.
And that one high and on target. Pass is caught. Touchdown McLean. And the Trojans are on the board with 7 seconds left in the first quarter.
So as you see, they came out with possession that time after being down 2 scores and did a lot more passing than running. And I think GP is going to have to face that again the next time they get the ball. So
on for point is Singleton. First time to see him out of the hold of McCown. Miller, the other part of the tripod, is the long snapper. Set, kick on the way. Drove that one. Well struck, and it is 14-7. 7 seconds left, quarter number 1. Back after this on STSPN. Back here on STSPN on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon for football. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn, 14-7. Post Falls Trojans, late stages of the first quarter, get on the board 14-7 and looking good all of a sudden.
We got ourselves the ball game here now with Post Falls kind of figuring things out here.
Just biding their time and figuring out this defense, and they were methodical down the field. Kickoff here is driven back to about the 13, 15, 20, 25, has a seam, 30, 40, 50.
No.
He is outrunning the whole team. Darling is a darling under the lights of the afternoon.
You believe that right off the bat.
We'll call that an 87-yard kick return for a touchdown from Michael Darling and the Glacier Peak Grizzlies to end the first quarter.
Well, not quite ended. We have to kick the extra point yet.
Fair enough.
But look at Michael Darling. He picked that ball up on like the 12, right? 12 to 13. You're right in the money there.
Darling just outruns everybody, but you got to give the kick coverage team credit. They created some holes. He cut through traffic and then just went around traffic. He found the hot lane for the end zone. Not Singleton, Larson for point, wrong team. Low snap, gets that one up. Kick is end over end and good. And the lead extended 21-7. End of the first quarter. Back with the second quarter call after this. It's Grizzlies 21, Trojans 7 on Les Schwab Tires, STSPN Sports.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here on STSPN, Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn, Todd Elvig, and of course the folks in the truck doing all the hard work. GP on top 21-7, but it's been all big plays there, partner.
Yeah, definitely all big plays. 3 big plays, 2 big pass plays, and a punt return or kickoff return there right at the end of that first quarter. And, well, the Trojans are going to get the ball back, and they scored the last time they had the ball, and I'm sure they want to do it again. We'll see what happens.
Entler, Olsen, and now Darling all wanting the shirt, that being the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game shirt, which we will award when this one is over. Double whammy this week, and double games Friday and Saturday here at Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium. Bangs this one high into the afternoon sky and letting that one go into the end zone for a touchback.
Probably a smart thing to do, Ed. He caught it. He probably would have only got back to about the 10 or 15 unless he did break it, of course. But right now they're going to be able to start out on the 20.
So not terrible field position either way. You know, sometimes the best decision you make is the one you don't.
You can't predict what you didn't do.
Fair enough. Broadcast is brought to you by Bickford Ford, Grit Handcrafted Wood, Home Comfort Alliance, and McDaniel's Do It Best Hardware, a proud STSPN sponsor since 2010. So say hi to the McDaniel family. 3 generations keeping that business humming.
I think that was a Yogi Berra comment.
I'm just letting it go, partner. Although I don't think anything will be better than the Yogi commercials for Aflac.
No.
If you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work.
There you go. I like that one too.
And it gives you cash, which is just as good as money. Even the duck was speechless.
Yep.
And now we're stopping play. I don't know what happened here.
We got motion against Post Falls.
I didn't see the penalty. I just saw everybody kind of sneeze.
Well, they didn't throw any flag. They just blew the whistle.
Said, no, don't do that. No. So we'll back this one up 5 yards and try it all over again. Post Falls has not looked like the well-oiled machine I expected them to look, except on that last drive.
Yeah, they look good. So they're playing against a pretty good GP team here. So this is going to be a good awakening for them, this possession.
Motion, rocket motion, play fake. Looks for the man in motion to the sidelines. Sideline is the extra defender, as chasing out there was Cade Willis. But all of that to get it just across the original line of scrimmage. It's a gain of about 6. And we'll have it to do all over again.
Yeah, you get 6 every time. It works good, though.
It's that Alabama math, my friend.
No, they only got 4 that time.
It's Trenton McLean, the senior, 5'11", 163. And quickly back to work. 3rd down. The squad does not waste a ton of time. Hard count. Nobody moved.
That's what Blaine Bennett said. They operate fairly quickly, but this time they're all set to go. Now they're waiting for the change of play here as they check for the sideline signal over there.
McCown with a single back. 1 by 2. 2 to the far side of the field from our vantage point. Motion to the near boundary. Straight drop. Just hits his back foot and gets rid of it in a hurry. That is excellent work out to Jace Osland. Osland, the guy who handled the football on the first play of this drive.
There's a little bit of a defensive breakdown there by GP. They were sort of in a back zone and nobody covered that slant slot.
11-11, make a wish as we roll on through the second quarter here. Snap, give, first man through, only man through really. Following behind the big body of Shields, and he'll bang it ahead for a few. 2. Burton is a workhorse for this white-clad Trojans squad. Jet motion. Snap and a give. Oh, big hole. Big hole. You could have driven the team bus through that one.
I think you're going to get my first on that one.
Just watch this hole open on this replay. Just bang, give, rip. Beep, beep. Grizzlies got gashed, and it's a first down. 21-7. Grizzlies lead here at home. Snap and a give. Fresh running back in there. Hits the hole and driven backwards. Not a whole lot doing for Brandon Felix, the junior. 5'7" and 133 pounds at running back. That's what you call giving up a bit of size.
Post Falls back up on the ball quickly again.
GP kind of sucking some wind, hands on knees as they're handling this hurry up. Single setback in the pistol. McCown swings it right side.
That's going to be good for a first down.
And makes a man miss, and then finally grabbing cloth and perhaps saving a touchdown.
A shirt tackle.
Braden Scrafford. Just sit down and grab cloth. Darling missed, but Scrafford did not.
And another first down for Post Falls as they line up quickly again.
Hash mark right. 3 receivers. They'll motion right, so watch the left side of your screen. Fires just a slant in there. Is that the tight end?
Yeah, it is.
That is Sage. I know next to nothing about Sage, but just watching him work, love watching that kid.
Yep, that's another pro action play for sure.
I mean, he's just got that body. He's got that tight end that can block, that can knock somebody's boots off, and who has soft hands. Shades of a Noah Fant.
Maybe so.
Snap, play fake, slings it near side, McLean, and he will get out across the 13-yard line.
Maybe a 4 or 5 on that one.
And this is hard to handle. Bonchi on the stop. But GP playing back on their heels.
Hurry up offense for Post Falls is keeping GP working.
Snap, stretch. Burton bangs his way through and
made it down about the 5. I think that might be a first down again.
Yeah, he turned nothing into something right there.
Yep, first and goal from about the 7, I guess.
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of, looking at that schedule on paper and how they were able to just mash and maul. Snap, play fake, pressure in his face, fires that one incomplete, intended for Jimerson.
Jimerson was open, he just kind of overthrew him there, so.
Good defense by Isaiah Olsen for the Grizzlies, and it's 2nd down and 5, and finally we get a chance to take a breath here. Broadcast is brought to you, of course, by Les Schwab Tires. Get more from Les. Happy to help you prepare for the winter.
Yeah, winter's coming, I think.
I heard that in a show once, maybe twice.
Twice?
9:02 left in quarter number 2. Flip Sage to the right side. Receiver off ball. He'll go into the backfield instead. Snap, give, banging his way in is Burton, and he will get stopped at about the 4.
This kind of power play up the middle, kind of like almost a tush push, but nobody really behind him.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about that for the Post Falls Trojans is that they showed this fancy formation and spread everybody out wide and then ran a power play without power.
Yeah, didn't have anybody there to help go.
It's like an unbalanced line. No, not an unbalanced line to the left. Just kind of awkward with a wide split to the right side of things. Motion out of the backfield, empty set. And McCown just going to run right up the middle and scoot his way in. Touchdown, McCown. Isaac scores from 4 yards out to pull it to a 1-score game.
Nobody covered McCown on that one for sure.
Yeah, that was one of those where I saw the big wide split in the A-gap right off the center. He saw it too, cut off the center's butt, ran to the A-gap left, and pay dirt. Unreal score and unreal efficiency. Singleton for point. Snap set, kick on the way. It's up. It's good, and it is 21-14 with 8:18 left.
Bang. We got a ball game back here again.
Bang a gong. We are on, Cowboy. We'll take a quick timeout. 8:18 to go. Quarter number 2, 21-14 on STSPN. Back to work from Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium. Glacier Peak set to receive a kickoff from Post Falls, Idaho. GP got out to a 14-0 lead. It's now 21-14. GP in front, but Post Falls has woken up after the long bus ride. Kick return, gashed right up the middle. That was Isaiah Owens. Last kick return for GP went for 6 as Darling angled across the field and found space.
Post Falls is a pretty good sized school out there in Idaho. Some that don't think about it, but they got like over 1,500 students out there and 155 kids on this football squad.
They're in the 5A, 6A classification.
They are, and they brought like 63 kids here on the bus today.
Hard to recruit, hard to get kids to come out for football these days, and so good on them for keeping the sport going. Shotgun back to his right. Entler. Play fake, then a screen pass. That's Singleton? Nope, it's Albright, excuse me. And Albright tries the right side and takes what he can get. Good defense there by the Trojans as it all develops right in front of your screen. Wow, good work by Sean Hudson, the senior, to occupy a block and then shake free and make the tackle. Quick play there brings up second and short for GP.
Good first down play by GP there, Darling.
Hard count, Entler. Give. Left side, and penalty markers down on the short carry by Crocker.
Yeah, I don't think he made it either way, but probably going to be a hold against GP there, it looks like.
That's the area where the flag was thrown. Have you seen much college football today, partner?
I saw a little bit.
Had a couple of surprises, a couple of upsets, perhaps. I'll give that as a tease as I wait for my scoreboard to load.
Yep. Was a hold.
Against GP. Texas able to hold on and beat Mississippi State 35-13.
Did Colorado end up winning today?
Colorado got is in the lead, minute 38 in the fourth. They should win 48-21.
Oh yeah, they'll probably win then.
I heard Shadur Sanders had a fantastic passing touchdown, one of their first 2 scores. Haven't gotten to see it yet. Snap and a play, it was a give, but a penalty blows this one dead too. I didn't see that.
This one might be a motion penalty.
Yeah, because they stopped the play before it could go any further. So yeah, that's a procedure of some sort. Dead ball. Yep.
Another 5 yards for GP.
Oh, McEwen. Excuse me. I have to make a. Yeah.
Isaac McEwen.
Yeah. So I can handle that. It's like city back in Tennessee that I knew of, just with a different spelling. My apologies to the Post Falls folks and the McEwen family. Straight drop.
Long pass. He's
Here's
open.
This one
He's
out.
open.
Has Darling in space. And what a grab right there, all on his own. Darling sparkling in the afternoon lights, and a first down.
That ball was in the air so long, I almost could have run down from here and caught that.
I didn't want to try. But man,
I can't believe he got into that without any defenders there.
Well, and I said that was all him. He had help in the area in Zachary Albright. The pass wasn't intended to him, and there was nobody for him to stalk block.
Yep.
That was just straight up one-on-one for Michael Darling.
And another big play for GP, which is keeping them in this ball game for sure.
Splash, splash, splash. Darling starts right, goes left, sets up over there with Aiden Larson. Bunch trips left, short side. Snap, give, Crocker.
He's going to go quite a ways.
Oh, that's not Crocker. That's Olsen, and that's a score. Or Owens. Pick a name. It's a touchdown. GP with the score.
That was 2, wasn't it?
That was 7.
7?
That was Isaiah Owens with the score. And that was a score from the 25-yard line. Great play as he reads it, gets outside, and then just outruns everybody.
Just a lot more speed than Post Falls can catch up with.
Which is a surprise, but they do have the beef, if nothing else.
We got a penalty going on out here.
I looked down. Was that a celebration penalty?
There's a penalty against GP for something. I'm not sure.
GP getting very fired up about this. Hanging with a very good team, an unbeaten team from another state.
Here's the call.
Yep. Unsportsmanlike or taunting against the GP Grizzlies. It'll be assessed on the kickoff. 27-14, extra point pending. Larson for point. With 6:14 left to go in the first half. GP just trying to extend the arm, keep little brother in this situation at arm's reach.
Linesman finally got the yard marker guy down there on the sideline over there in the right place. Now they can start to play.
Did they enforce that on the extra point?
No, they
just didn't have the guy in place?
Didn't have them in place.
Okay, fair enough.
Just in case something happened, you want to know where they had it.
Larson gets it through. It's 28-14. Back after this on STSPN.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
Back here on STSPN. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn. Appreciate all the folks checking in online. Remember, you can follow us on all of the socials. YouTube, Twitter/X, Instagram, Facebook. Fire a smoke signal, perhaps. It's cold enough for it. I don't know the Shelby right offhand that's giving me a shout-out, but I do appreciate the AMP fan club growing.
You got a fan club?
Apparently. I think the headquarters are back in Dixon, Tennessee. When you talk about the linemen, their parents tend to respond. So I've got a guy who still complains every once in a while that I'm not doing Dixon County, Tennessee high school football just because I said nice things about his kid.
Well, keep saying nice things. That's good.
Thinking of you, Philip.
Post Falls back here got doubled up again, 28-14. 6:14 left to go. They'll get the ball and they can probably score again if they do like they did last time.
Yeah, they've got the offense figured out.
Short kick on the 30, 35, 40. And some more.
Yeah, and tries to get it outside. This could be trouble. This could be trouble, but it is not trouble. Great work. Adrian Bedolla wraps up, grabs cloth, and takes his man down. Just watch number 12 blow this play up right about now.
Just sort of like the last-ditch effort. If he hadn't gotten a hold of him there, 21 would have been gone. That's Felix.
Yeah, Felix, the backup running back. He's one of the 2 return men listed along with Jemerson. So McEwen will trot out here and lead his troops back to work. Again, plus side of the 50. Here we go again for the Post Falls Trojans, making the trek from Idaho.
First play up the middle run, hard up the middle. Yep. They had a good block on the line there, got up a few yards.
Burton beats and bangs his way through up the left hash. He'll get about 3. Under 6 to play first half. Second down for the Trojans of Post Falls. And now they're slowing it down a little bit. Kind of surprised by this with the success of the hurry up. Trips to the right. Straight drop, looks on the slant, broken up. I think one of the GP defenders got a hand on that, intended for McLean.
Yeah, I see that shows on the replay. I think it was a little bit past, a little bit behind him, so unfortunately it would have been a good pass otherwise. Yes, it was a little bit far back behind him.
Defending on the play, Braden Scrafford. Another big play for Braden.
Big third down here for Post Falls as they set up.
Same formation. Straight drop. McEwen put some air under
That
that.
could be a flag.
Yeah, probably could have been a flag.
It was a flag.
Okay, Isaiah Olson reached in. GP pleading, but that was one that was on the money for Jimerson. And I think just a little too much of a reach.
Yep, I think it called it from way up here, so I think they saw it down there on the field.
Yeah, that's tough, but
you can't go over his back like that.
But a couple of upsets. I teased this early. I'm going to pay this one off. Kansas State 23 over Oklahoma State 20, 42-20. K-State makes a statement. But the big one, Kentucky defeats number 6 Ole Miss 20-17.
You know, I'm not surprised at any of these college scores anymore because of
the parity.
The parity and the transfer portal, letting these kids that would have been on the second team where one school can start for another school and they're good. You know?
Yeah, the missed opportunities. So after that pass interference penalty against the Grizzlies, back to work for Post Falls with a fresh set of downs. Snap back, looks, fires on a shallow curl cross, looking for Jimerson. Bear hug back there and no penalty this time.
Jimerson slow to get up there, but he made it.
Notre Dame, slight upset. They beat Louisville in Notre Dame in South Bend, 31-24. That was a 16 over a 15.
You know, what the transfer portal opened, I don't know if you know this or not, but like the University of Washington had 46 recruits show up for the new team this year.
Oh boy, 46.
Yeah.
A lot of changeover. They had a tough loss last night in their first Big Ten road game.
They did.
At Rutgers. Snap, give off the left side. Not a whole lot there for the running back Felix.
The UW got outplayed last night and outcoached, in my opinion, but I'll just leave that on the air for people to talk about.
Fair enough. I didn't get to see it. Got a big Pac-12 matchup happening later tonight as Washington State goes to 25th ranked Boise.
That will be a good ball game.
And a preview of the new Pac-12 starting in a couple of years. Boise State joining the Pac-12. Straight drop, McEwen, safety valve to Sage, and he is tackled in space. Penalty marker down, by the way. He got about a yard on third down, but let's see what the penalty is.
Yeah.
That's thrown in the area of procedure, I think.
If it goes against Post Falls, it's probably a benefit because they get third down over again.
Let's watch the white hat. I think that may have been a procedure.
Yep.
Wow, I'm getting good at this. It's
Oh,
declined.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was an automatic because in that situation,
Yep.
yeah, you decline it, you give them a yard and make it 4th down and 6 or 7.
Yeah, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I am not disagreeing with anything that Shane Keck has done so far. GP up 28-14 with 4:40 left. Broadcast brought to you by Les Schwab Tires, along with the Washington Officials Association, the U.S. Military, Monster Energy Drink, and our media partners, Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
4th down on 30, and Post Falls is going for it.
4th and 6. It's that no man's land. Pistol set for McEwen. Snap. Play fake. Looking. Everybody's following the running back. He's got plenty of time. Airs this one out. Jump ball at the goal line. Incomplete. No flags.
That was a desperation play. Unfortunately, on a play like that, you don't have like a very big chance of anything happening good.
I mean, he went with a Hail Mary with 4 minutes left, but what you're hoping for there is for a penalty on a desperation throw to the goal line.
Yeah, you'd like that, but it didn't happen. I think that a better call would have been that quick slant pass off to the tight end.
Well, I mean, with the way everybody went with the running back, your quarterback could have run for that.
He probably didn't realize that because he dropped back so far,
Yeah, he gets a full head of steam and off he goes, but instead it's a turnover on downs. Another great stand by this Glacier Peak defense, already up by 2 scores with 4:09 to go.
Let's see if Post Falls can answer and stop GP on this drive this time like they didn't last time.
4-man front for the Trojans.
Oh, he's
airing this one out, has a man and trying to get the call. There it is. Darling wants the ball. Darling wants the shirt.
They're going to call that on Blake. Tyrese Blake.
Probably. He gets into the body. That is just a high IQ play for Darling. He just hugs up on Tyrus Blake and gets that arm impinged. There's your word of the day.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure I like that call because that was pretty much uncatchable ball, I think. But
well, I'm not arguing whether it was the right call. I'm just saying high IQ play by your receiver who's had himself a day with a kick return and a big splash play over the middle. He draws the flag.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to create your own breaks.
Well, he got that one. So 1st and 10 again from the 45. GP gets a quick break on that possession.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the call, but I agree with the IQ to draw it. Pistol set. Entler gives.
Good
bang.
Good for about 3 or 4. I guess you're going to give him 4.
I was on the carry, Isaiah Owens again. So now we'll have 2nd down and call it 6. Clock continues to run. Clock is GP's friend here in the first half. Glacier Peak, I've been really impressed with Peak so far.
They're showing some good football out there right now.
Because, I mean, the biggest knock I had against the Grizzlies right now is they haven't really been tested. You know, they've had a couple of shutout wins in back-to-back weeks, but it was against opponents that are maybe a step or two off this season.
Yeah, they've got some big games coming up against Arlington. And
high snap and a pop pass. Oh, he breaks the tackle, and there he goes. Goodbye. Zachary Albright, all of it, 51 yards, and give him 6.
And that's the 4th or 5th big play that GP has scored on.
I think that's the 5th or 6th because we had the scored on. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. There was a big splash play to Darling to get a 1st down that didn't score, but I think that's the 5th big play touchdown. 51 yards to Zachary Albright. 34-14 with 3:09 left. Got to rush Crocker out for the point after team. Special forces, every point is important. Snap, set, kick on the way. Calm, cool, and collected, but he pushes it wide right. That's a broadcaster's jinx right there. Every point is important. Extra point, no good, but it's 34-14 GP on STSPN.
And still the first half.
Well, I thought we'd step aside for a break there, and we'll... (34-14). Grizzlies up by 20, partner, with 3:09 left in the first half.
Well, it's kind of interesting that Post Falls is not better in this game score-wise, but other than it, those big plays, and we talked about it many times here, and like I say, there's been 5 really big plays for touchdowns, punt return, kick return for a touchdown, long pass plays for touchdowns. And other than that, Post Falls has done really well defensive-wise, just those quick plays that they've given up scores on.
Yeah, that's one of those weird quirks is that defensively, all but 4 plays, Post Falls may have even been the better team. But those 4 plays plus a kick return for a touchdown, that makes up the difference in this ballgame. Ifs and buts, candy and nuts, I suppose. Kickoff taken at the 16. Back the other way goes McLean, and an open field tackle and a beaut. That is a special teams tackle by Luke Bandy. The Bandy man can.
I like that.
And he is fired up. I was going to say it on that extra point, but special teams, or as some call it, special forces. If you're a starter on special teams, you're a starter. Period. End of story. Full stop.
Yep.
And Bandy knew the assignment. He understood it. He turned in his homework on time.
His dad will be proud of him.
I'm proud of him. I don't even know him. Out of the backfield, dumps that one off, and nice shoestring tackle there. Luke Fullerton making a big defensive play.
Good for a couple. Let's see if Post Falls tends to throw the ball with 2 minutes and some left to go here in this second period.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts left in the first half. Too wide to the right, plus the Ginch back that way. Straight drop. McEwen airs this one out. 1-on-2, and no flag.
Yeah, double coverage out there. Pretty hard to catch the ball when you're double covered.
Darling and Olsen just kind of shielding there.
Yeah, especially the ball was a little bit short. You had to slow down and wait for it, and not likely to catch it in those situations unless you're, 6'4" and can jump up in the air pretty high.
Fair enough. Not a ton of those just stalking the hallways. Portner over the football. 3rd down and 7 from their own 27 for Post Falls. GP shows a 5-man front. Flips Sage and McLean to the right side. Winds up 1 by 3 effectively. Motion to the near side. They will not go with that dump off. Instead, it's a slant looking on that angle iron to Osland.
Yep.
Nothing doing. I like that angle iron.
Yeah, Kevin Bonchi right on top of that. He saw that coming all the way.
2:27 left in the first half, and it is punting time for the visitors from Idaho.
That play could have worked for Post Falls had the pass been a little bit out further in front.
Well, that or you gotta put a little bit more mustard on that one. You gotta force that one in the window.
Got to get it out where he can run away from the defender.
Back to the punter McLean, and he will bang away a decent one. Fair catch called for at the 41-yard line, and that's where GP will have it. Broadcast brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Get more from less. By the way, talking about just forcing it in the window and talking about all of these college scores, how about the first start of the college career for a certain Manning?
Manning?
Arch Manning getting the start for Texas today.
Texas, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that kid.
Yeah, I love the comments from, I think it was Peyton on behalf of Peyton and Eli. He said, yeah, I think the athleticism may have skipped a generation because Arch has some of Dad's talent.
Uh-huh.
That's some honesty from the Mannings, and they're getting enough money to be that honest, I suppose.
No, Peyton gets money for just showing up.
I'd kick into that fund. He just seems like a great dude. And a timeout, perhaps, or is this a penalty?
Didn't see a flag thrown, so no timeout.
I think there may be an equipment issue with Isaiah Owens.
Yep.
Yeah, he's sent off. He seems to be fine, but there's no penalty on it, and so he'll be replaced by Crocker. Entler and Crocker in the offensive backfield with 2:16 left. And GP with a chance to put a bow on this one in the first half of play with 2:16 left.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't hit another big play. They're certainly capable of it today.
Tight bunch to the left. Snap, give, Crocker, hit the backfield and dropped. Nice job of stunting on that one. I see 33, excuse me. And that is Chamberlain. He got the stunt, I think used a little swim move and got in the backfield immediately.
Yep. Well, we just passed the 2-minute not timeout period in high school football, so.
They've got it just about everywhere else now, so
yeah,
it's only a matter of time. Haha.
That might have been a pun.
Yes, I should be pun-ished for that one. Owens checks back in. Herman Belaine checks in to the right, then goes in jet motion.
Coming left.
Snap and a give around the side, Owens, and he will slip out of bounds.
Owen gave up a few yards there by not getting hit.
Well, stops the clock. Minute 32 left.
Yeah, I think that was a smart thing to do.
I agree. Receiver all on his own on the far side is Zachary Albright. He had the last touchdown on a pass from Entler of 51 yards, so keep an eye on 18 as we go to the next wide shot. Oh, there he is.
They didn't stop the clock.
Oh, that's odd. He did go out, and they're pointing to the scoreboard, saying, "Come on, guys!" And now the official on the far side will call an official's timeout because they're going to have to put about 25 seconds back on that clock.
Yeah,
I think it was a minute 32. Sounds about right.
Well, let's see if you're right. You're close.
Clock stopped at minute 10. Broadcast brought to you by Adrenaline Fundraising, Bickford Ford, Grit Handcrafted Wood, and the Home Comfort Alliance of Snohomish and King County. STSPN proud to bring you this coverage. Minute 35, so close enough for government work.
Yeah, nice guess.
An educated wish. If you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, then you know what that's from.
Plenty of time for that big play to happen for GP here.
Ginch back left. Encroachment on the far side. But they'll dump it off complete. And there may be your big play. Good block into the pylon. Touchdown, Isaiah Olsen.
I called it, and I don't know why I called it, but it happened.
40 yards.
That's his third touchdown.
And that is, again, a nice big bow on this one. Olsen does get his third touchdown. And what do you say about this one if you're GP? Just pedal to the metal.
Oh, you're going to come out in the second half and not believe you've won this ball game yet, because Post Falls has the capability of coming back, as we've seen a couple times. It's just, again, giving up those big plays. That's just killing them.
On for point after the missed extra point. Didn't go for two, as I thought they might, up 40-14. And there's a false start. Now the blue shirts are looking immediately saying, no, I think they're going to call this one against Post Falls, and we are going to go for two.
Looks like they're changing things up now.
Yeah, that was an encroachment on Post Falls, which moves this up half the distance. And now immediately Coach Keck says, come on, let's bring the bigs out here.
That's going to just punch it up the middle there, huh?
Yeah, like the bag of tricks is open when you're going from the two.
The play I like the best is a fake handoff in the middle and then race me to the pylon.
Oh, like a little option play.
Yeah.
40-14, GP for two. Entler from the gun. Back to his right. Sprint, pressure comes backside, gets a little chip block, fires.
He's out of bounds.
Yeah, looking for Darling. He got him, but he was carried out of bounds. Good defense there by Elliott Rise. The try is no good, but I like the idea. 40-14, Glacier Peak extends the lead with $1:26 to go before halftime. Back after this on STSPN.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Back to it here on STSPN. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn, Todd Elvig. A cast of hundreds here. 40-14, Glacier Peak with the lead, and it has been all gas, no brakes for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies.
Big plays, big score. That's all we can talk about right now, I think. But Trojans going to have a halftime conference in there. I wish I could get in there and hear that, but
we couldn't broadcast it, I can tell you that much.
Hey, Blade Bennett's not going to be too happy about giving up those big plays, because they would be in this game otherwise all the way.
Well, when we say big plays, 59-yard passing touchdown, 79-yard passing touchdown, 87-yard kick return, 25-yard touchdown. Yes, that was a 25-yard touchdown for GP, and a kick where no one is, and it will trickle out of bounds, and that's a penalty. And after that 25-yard touchdown, then a 51-yarder and a 40-yarder. So just big splash plays, 25-plus, throughout the day for Glacier Peak. And it's 40-14, and let's state the obvious here. First half of play.
Yeah.
There's a lot of football left to be played, and it's up to GP to decide how they want to play it.
So that's a 10-yard penalty for kicking the ball out of bounds, I guess. So they put the ball on the 39.77-yard line.
No, it's on the 35.
Oh, 35.77.
Kick out of bounds just puts it at the 35. It's
Okay.
like an extreme touchback. Snap, give, and Burton will fall forward for a couple feet.
I think Post Falls is going to just run the clock down and go to the locker room and take their licks.
And I forget. They get the football to start the second half, don't they?
I believe so.
Yeah, this is not like arena football where they can expect to bookend possessions, but with under a minute to play, they're just taking their own sweet time here, down 40-14.
Although they got nothing to lose at this point by throwing pretty far, 30, 40 yards down the field, so we'll see if they do.
Got everybody in the box, seemingly. 8-, 9-man box.
He's going to
Straight
throw
drop.
it. Just a quick throw.
McEwen, that pass is incomplete. He was bracing for the hit, he being McLean. 34 seconds left. Clock stopped on the incompletion.
If you're going to throw the ball, that's not the place to throw it with less than a minute to go on the clock. You've got to get the ball down the field a ways.
Yeah, throwing it wide, and yeah, with all of those blue shirts between you and the goal line, not so much. You can use the sideline as your friend, but you got to get it up and over, he says, as though he's a coach.
But the clock, the guy running the clock turned the clock off that time. That's good.
Yeah, well, 34 seconds left on the out of bounds, and yes, they don't have to reset the clock this time. Pistol set. Drops. Oh, my goodness. Just buried. Fired out of a cannon. I believe that was Peyton Thang.
How did he not see those two guys coming at him?
He ducked his head and then just absorbed the hit. Just watch this.
There's a penalty going on here, though. Let's see. We got
two dudes racing in.
Timeout, GP.
GP calls the timeout, but just watch. It was 48, excuse me. 48-32. So that was Kai Brooks and Maxwell Bridges that just bludgeoned the quarterback. Timeout. Let's just keep it here because the timeout's half over, I think. 24 seconds left, and it's 4th down and 10. You got to punt this thing away as we see the sack once again. Just Ole right on through.
Keeping the pedal to the metal. GP's calling this timeout, so they're going to have 24 seconds left on the clock when they get it. They're going to try to do something, score again, I think. Otherwise, they wouldn't call that timeout.
Well, I mean, you can't take them with you, so if nothing else, make them think about it. Make Post Falls think, oh, goodness, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Well, they've got themselves into a big exchange because I think next year GP goes to Post Falls on exchange, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out next year.
Quite the excursion.
Yeah, maybe STSPN should go to Post Falls and broadcast.
Well, we're always looking for sponsors to help fit the bill or foot the bill for things like that. So
yeah, the bus needs gas.
40-14, and GP wants more.
No, he almost tried to block it.
And that one will fall dead just shy of the 35, call it the 36. And GP will have this with 15 seconds left, so a chance for a couple of plays here. You want to dial it up?
Let's see what happens.
Well, I mean, we've talked about the big splash plays. Olsen has 3 through the air of 40, 59, and 79 yards off the passes from Entler.
I think they're going to throw it.
Again, sideline is your friend because you can stop the clock and just step out and even put yourself in position for a field goal, perhaps.
Let's see how they're setting up. They're setting up strangely.
And a lot of white shirts out there with a 3-man front.
They're going to run the clock out.
Okay. Victory formation, and they will kneel on it. So Entler just made him think about it. We will go to the locker room with the homestanding Glacier Peak Grizzlies up 40-14. Final thoughts on the first half, Coach?
Well, it's an interesting first half for sure because, like we've been talking all along, Post Falls has got to come back and play strong offense and score some points and not give up those big plays. But we'll see what happens in the halftime.
Yeah, a big talk in the locker room coming up that sadly we cannot broadcast for you. But we'll watch some highlights and be back with the second half of play after this. 40-14, GP holding serve on their own home court, if you will, here on STSPN.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this!
To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters.
But it doesn't matter.
Come with us, to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best.
UFC strawweight champion.
Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun, I promise you.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust. The one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run!
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike three, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball. A walk-off two-run home run.
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
There, laddie, do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
Back here on STSPN, presented by Les Schwab Tires. Get more from Les. Amp Harrell here, Todd Elvig over there, the guys in the truck doing all the hard work. Ron Henthorn, the coach, on color commentary on headset 2. What do you got for me about this one as we are set to resume? Grizzlies lead 40-14.
Well, I think we throw the score out the window here, Amp, and say we got a new ball game in the second half here, and if you're Post Falls, that's the way you need to look at it and come back out of this and say, let's see if we can have a good, even ball game in the second half, at least maybe outscore GP a little bit and get back in this ball game.
Fair enough. You requested some statistical analysis, and I've got a couple of next level stats for you. First of all, just on scoring plays, not overall, but just on offensive scoring plays. We'll toss out the special teams. Yeah. GP has the lead 254 yards to 20.
Yeah.
Because think about that. 2 touchdowns scored from a total of 20 yards out for Post Falls. 254 yards on the scoring plays, and oh, by the way, an 87-yard kick return. That means in all-purpose scoring yardage, 341 to 20.
Yeah, it's a big advantage for GP on the ground and in the air. So let's see which Idaho team shows up here. If the number 7 ranked team out of Idaho with and a non-defeated team with 4-0 record can show up and play against GP here tonight.
Yeah, GP has held its own here and then some. With a big matchup with Lake Stevens looming in the distance. Squib kick, bobbled, dropped it, and just safely falls on it. That was a wise play by McLean. And he will give the football 2 post falls around the 20. 11:56 to go, just underway here in quarter number 3. Post falls making that long trip. I realize it could have been longer, but still, 4 or 5 hours? That's not exactly a short distance for a high school football game.
Not really, no. They left like 8 o'clock this morning out of Post Falls, I think.
Sage sets up to the near side, tries to plow the road. No, sir. Good job grabbing a hold. Antonio Cherez. He wants the shirt as well. We do give away a lineman of the game shirt presented by Les Schwab Tires. And Cherez may have an interest in adding to the wardrobe.
Yeah, speaking of Post Falls' long drive over here, they took the scenic route, as I understand from talking to the bus driver.
Heading down 90.
They came down 90, but they didn't come over Snohomish Pass. They slipped over Blewett Pass and over Stevens Pass and came up through Leavenworth in that way.
That is certainly scenic.
And that was the scenic route, and the bus driver was very happy because she said the first time she'd ever been to Leavenworth, and now she knows how to get there. She wants to go back.
Fair enough. I still owe my partner an old-time photo session over there in Leavenworth, so got to get that on the calendar.
That's a fun place to go drink beer next month. I think they call it Oktoberfest.
I think it starts in September. Please drink responsibly. 21 means 21.
21 drinks.
Wow, okay. Flip the formation.
Good limit.
Pistol set, and now they'll set it back in motion again with McLean. Play fake
He's
underneath.
Trouble.
Pressure comes
he did too.
Dumps that off to Sage, and he will catch that just across the sticks. Gain of about 7 and a first down. I told you, I love the tight ends, but Sage, put him on my high school fantasy team.
There you go. Yeah.
He just puts that body where only the quarterback can find him. Sits down at the sticks. Beautiful work. I always do this with visiting teams, opposing teams. I find a couple players, I'm like, that's mine. A little sling pass over near side. Good screen, he just runs right through it.
Is he fast enough to make it?
It is a foot race for McLean, and he will high step into the end zone. Touchdown, McLean. That is a 65-yard score off the screen or swing pass, basically, from McEwen.
And McLean's second touchdown for the Trojans, and just like that, quick, fast play, give up a big play. GP gives up a big play, and maybe we're going to see a difference in the second half. Maybe GP will give up the big plays, and Post Falls will take them in, and we'll end up with a big, high-scoring game tonight.
McEwen to hold. Long snapper is Miller. Singleton for point. 10:07 to go, quarter 3. Cuts it to a 3-score game here. High snap. McEwen puts it down. Kick is up. Kick is good. We'll step aside for a break. It's 40-21. Grizzlies on top here on STSPN.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
STSPN's coverage is presented by Les Schwab Tires. Get more from Les. Also brought to you by our media partner, Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app, Washington Officials Association, the U.S. Army, Navy, and Marines, Monster Energy Drink, and, of course, McDaniel's Do It Best Hardware, and STSPN sponsors since the very beginning. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn, big strike and big answer from Post Falls, partner.
Hey, how about that? And we weren't in the halftime locker room, but whatever they did, Worked.
They found the flame and applied to keister. For those curious, that means lighting a fire under somebody's backside. 40-21, squib kick. Takes a hop at about the 30 and picking his way to about the 38-yard line, we'll say.
I think that was intentional. I don't think they wanted to give GP a chance to get a return kick.
Yeah, they've had some good returns, including one that went 87 yards and went the distance. So smart play to keep that one away from the big strike playmakers. Call it the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for Glacier Peak. And they're up by 19.
Got to keep the pedal to the metal here because Post Falls looking good so far in this third period.
And they show that they can strike quickly. Motion comes across, high snap, give inside, and just collapsing it.
Loss of a couple yards on that play.
Isaiah Owens on the give. I like the motion and the trickeration with Herman Belaine. But nothing doing, and a loss of 2 officially. Remember STSPN.com. We're always free, no subscription, and you can watch it anywhere. STSPN.com, the socials, and the Seattle Sports app. Hard count, Entler.
Going back to throw a deep pass. He's open, but...
And has it to the sideline. Pass is caught. What a grab there by Luke Fullerton.
Luke was open, and just like in a lot of plays, if you watch this, the defender does not turn around to see where the ball is coming from, so obviously did not get to defend that properly.
Yeah, Miller was hanging with him step for step. You kept saying he's open, and I was like, I don't think he, defender turned his back to the ball, and that resulted in another big splash play from the 35. Snap, give, hit quickly, and taken down is Owens.
It's a tough thing for a defensive player to learn in high school, and that's when the offensive player turns around to look for the ball, you better turn around and look too, because it's coming.
Fair enough. Do you defend the guy or do you defend the ball?
You better know where the ball is.
Chamberlain on that tackle. Officially no gain. He might have lost a foot. The pistol set, that's the shotgun with the back directly behind Entler. Lucas barks out the signals. Motion comes across. Rolling away.
Big play.
Pressure coming. He's just going to tuck it and run, take what he can get, and gets out of bounds and avoids the big hit. Entler with a brilliant play right there. Yeah. Lucas a senior, and that was a senior move.
And a first down.
Rolls away, feels the pressure, and what that does is that just kind of builds a wall because there's nobody backside. They're all in your face. So if you can gash the farthest out man, you've got some room. 1st and 10 from the 23.
He did have some open receivers downfield too, so he elected to make the first down and not throw the ball and take a chance on that one.
And it keeps his clock rolling, up 19. Well, until he went out of bounds anyway. That wasn't always the case in the first half either.
Yeah.
Entler back behind him, wing to either side. Motion comes across. Snap give Owens, swims left, cuts back right. And he'll get across the 20, and he'll get stuffed down there.
Good half of it.
Tackle made by Foreman. I think McEwen. No, excuse me, Click cleaned it up. Under 8 to play in the third. 2nd and 5. And inside the red zone for this one.
GP moving down the field rather methodically here, not in a big hurry to do anything exciting, but just control the ball and control the time.
Yeah, this makes me feel really good about the remainder of the conference slate, the way we're handling this non-conference opponent.
Wide open.
Has a man at the end zone. Touchdown, Darling. That's not just a compliment, that's 6. 18 yards through the air. Darling with his second score of the day. And Entler just picking and choosing. It's like watching a game of Madden out here.
I've got 6 6s on my score sheet.
That is excellent. Just excellent placement. Not much more the defender Foreman could do. Linebacker on wideout.
You've got to have Adler a lot of credit for that pass because that was on the money.
Entler to Darling for 18 yards and a score.
Was that good? Yeah.
Point after up and good. And we will go to another break. It is 47-21. Glacier Peak on top, and we've still got plenty of time left in this one on STSPN.
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run!
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball! A walk-off 2-run home run!
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back here on STSPN, presented by Les Schwab Tires. Get more from Les. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn, Todd Elvig here with you from the Vet, as GP will club this one on the ground, extending their lead back out to 47-21. And some space.
19, 20.
More space for Felix.
Almost a 25-yard return there. Well, if you like scoring, you're going to like the rest of this ball game, because Post Falls got the ball to start with, scored. GP got the ball back and scored. Now Post Falls got the ball again. Let's see what happens.
What have we had? 2 or 3 punts in this game combined?
Maybe 2 or 3. It's been a long time ago. I forgot.
Well, they traded punts on the opening possessions, so I know it was at least 2. I think Post Falls punted the next time. I know there was a 4th down conversion that was attempted and failed. Snap and a give. Felix. He'll get bowed back by Darling.
Good for about 5, halfway there again.
A pretty good run developing here. A little toss. Almost some counter motion in that.
Yeah, a lot of scoring, not a lot of punting, and not a lot of flags. It's been a pretty clean game all the way around, too.
Just a professionally run game from both sides. Just the only difference here is the score. GP has had those big splash plays and out to a 47-21 lead. Straight drop. McEwen dumps that one off at the line of scrimmage. Caught by the tight end Sage, and not much there.
No, didn't give him anything.
So 3rd down, and we'll call it 5 once again. Yeah, the coach amp in me continues to watch Sage and go, he's going to make a college or JUCO coach very happy if he wants to keep playing.
Yeah, I hope he does.
6:15 and the clock runs. Short side right. Now they'll flip everything to the wide side left. Sage and McLean. Snap, give. Felix hits the hole and gets across midfield. He got about 2 or 3, and that'll bring up 4th down and 2.5, and I think they're going to go for it here.
Well, they probably should, because
you're in that no man's land.
You're in halfway into.
And no hesitation here. Sage to the left, McLean to the left, Osland to the left, wide. Now they'll flip 2 to the short side right. They might go with a play action here from the pistol. Rocket motion.
Oh, he's going to throw it.
Hard count.
Oh, maybe
nobody jumps.
He's not going to do it.
Oh, and they'll call a timeout. They tried with that, started with the jet, looped to a rocket motion, hard count, and good job holding your water by GP. We'll take a timeout as well. 4th down and 3 back after this on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
back here on STSPN after that timeout. Post Falls decides discretion is the better part of valor, and they're going to try and coffin corner this one.
They were trying to get GP to jump off sides on that, and GP was well aware that that's what was going on. So good coaching down there by the GP side.
And it's a fake, and it's a fake, and it's a beauty, and they get the first down. Okay. My instincts were right all along. It was a direct snap to their Studley running back, Burton, and he will bang his way forward and get that first down easily. Well done, and a good executed fake by the punter as he just sort of dove for cover. Oh no, the snap is too high.
Well, good call, Amp, because you're right that Post Falls should try to maintain the ball as much as they can here.
Well, I mean, you're down 4 scores, and you only need to get 3 more yards to get a fresh set of downs. That's belief in your team and optimism.
He's
McEwen.
Wide open on the side. Nice cutback.
Dumps that one off to Osland.
And that's another first down. That's paying off.
And good recovery by Braden Scrafford to make that tackle.
Look how open he is down here.
Yeah, nobody within about 3 yards of him. That was a good look. Good route. Back to work. Snap, give. Off left side, and banging his way ahead is Burton. And on the tackle, Atticus Quist. First time calling his name today. Good tackle, Quist. Broadcast brought to you in part by Adrenaline Fundraising, Bickford Ford, Grit Handcrafted Wood, and the Home Comfort Alliance of Snohomish and King County. 47-21, says the dyslexic broadcaster. Toss crack right side. Burton picks his hole. He picked poorly as he basically gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, had he not cut back, he'd got caught behind the line of scrimmage there. So
I was thinking he could keep bubbling that one out at least, but he had a better angle than I did. Third down and a long 5. A full, solid, respectable 5 from the 26.
And again, it's 4-down territory, so they'll just keep going until they can't go no more.
Receiver and tight end left, 2 receivers to the right. McEwen. He had his man, and he put a little too much mustard on that hot dog. Looking for McLean. I mean, that hurts because that was a sit-down curl, wasn't it?
It was. You should have had a little ketchup and not so much mustard.
Yeah. Or, maybe grab an extra napkin. 4th and 5.
Well, like I said, it's 4th-down territory. You got to do it again.
And, I mean, they had the perfect play drawn up. What do you do to just recover from that oopsie when you had everything perfect except throw sails on him? Do you go back to that well again?
You just forget it happened and go do it. Do something good.
Trips to the left, cascade him. Wide side left. Empty backfield. That's a safety valve. They'll go right over the middle. Caught. Sage. First down and driving for more.
Your favorite guy, my favorite play.
That is just unreal. Bonshi on the tackle, but that's the best play they've run with him all day.
That's the second time they've done that very similar play, so I look for them to score here on this next play.
Was that a hot route?
Yeah, just hot slant. Oh, going for the corner.
Going for the corner, and no. Broken up well. Good job by Isaiah Olson to defend on that. No flags. That was a quick strike. They got the first down and went straight for the jugular. First and goal from the 7.
Well, that's what they tried to do anyway, but, I think I knew they were going to try to do that. I think the cornerback knew they were going to try to do it too. So,
plenty of room off to the left. That's the wide side just off your screen. Single coverage that way. They'll flip that way and move the receiver off the ball. Motion, rocket, yes. Give on the inside, and that play was goofy from the start.
Oh. I wonder if that could have been almost called the jumping on top like that.
That was awkward a whole lot of ways. Watch the replay here.
Again, yeah.
So it's a rocket, and they'll go underneath. Nothing doing. And
here comes.
Whee! Fly like an eagle, Badola.
He's lucky he didn't get called on that.
True, but no harm and literally no foul. 2:40 to go. Trips to the near side.
3rd and goal. Here we go.
Watch a screen. Nope, it's a direct snap to the quarterback, and he will just take off and get wrapped up and dropped big, studly, manly play, Antonio Cherez.
Well, that worked the last time they were down there, but I think GP was well checking out that this time, so not looking to let that happen to him again.
The clock is not the friend of the Trojans right now. 4th and 5, and we're approaching 2 minutes to play in the third, down by 4 scores.
So far. Post
Falls will set up with the tight end as a Gensch back to the left. That almost guarantees motion here on 4th down.
I think he's going to roll right, try to hit somebody on a cross.
There goes the motion. Pistol. Drops, looks, there's that drag cross, there's the touchdown.
He got it.
Fired that one and floated it into Osland. He had a touchdown last week. He's got a touchdown this week from 7 yards out. Give him 6 and inch the Trojans closer. Put it up high where only his guy could get it there, Cowboy.
Yeah.
And now on for point. Again, 7-yard touchdown strike. McEwen does the work. Oh, and yeah, they are going to go for point. For a second there, I was concerned.
That's the right thing to do here.
Snap set, kick on the way, and good. And we will go to break. 47-28. Post Falls still has a pulse with $1:47 left to go in the third on STSPN.
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run.
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball. A walk-off 2-run home run.
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
Back here on STSPN, 1:47 to go in quarter number 3, 47-28, a high-scoring high school football game. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn here with you. Post Falls putting some things on tape, if nothing else.
Yeah, getting some good-looking plays and learning to how to score when they need to score. So I don't know who's going to win this ball game. Well, it looks like GP is, but I wouldn't bet on it
until the clock reads zeros in the fourth, because the Trojans can be efficient with that football. They'll club this one on the ground, little slow roller, and just taking a knee with it is the typical starting tailback Crocker as an up back. I kind of like that, actually, putting your typical ball handlers out there on special teams so that it doesn't carry them off a big body and bad things happen to good people. Broadcast is brought to you by the Washington Officials Association, the U.S. Military, Monster Energy Drink, and McDaniel's Do It Best Hardware, a proud supporter since the very beginning of STSPN Sports. Todd Elvig on the 1s and 2s, kind of giving us the behind-the-scenes notes, tabulating stats, picking up hot dogs, doing all the Todd Elvig stuff. Motion, snap and a give. Got a blocker out in front. And nothing doing for Owens. Good job on the blitz, I suppose, by Click. He got into the second level and avoided everybody but the ball carrier.
Post Falls stopped the first play on a running play. Let's see they can keep it up. They need to change possession quickly here and get the ball back. And they can hold GP on this possession. This could be a different ball game.
Yeah, they got to get at least one more good stop going into the fourth to make this interesting. I think they've subbed on the line. Entler looks, dumps that one off complete.
But now they're going to get the stop they needed, because that's going to be a first down there.
Pass complete to Matthew Kowalski. And for Kowalski getting some action here in the third quarter of this one and moving the chains.
I think that's his first possession, or first reception. That I'm aware of.
Same. Caden Anglin has subbed in on the defensive line for Post Falls. Also looks like 53. No, I don't have a 53. Excuse me. I think that's 33 Chamberlain. Yes.
Looks like GP is getting a couple of different players involved in the action here now.
Owens on the left hip or right hip of his
look at
quarterback.
this. Look at this.
As a man incomplete, going for Kowalski again on the home run ball. Defending on the play was Talon McCracken.
Kowalski's not going to be happy not catching that one. That was right in his hands.
Had the opportunity, and they went to him on back-to-back plays, that time just out in front.
And had he caught that, he was going to go all the way and would have been.
Well, I have to give McCracken credit. He was with him step for step, and he's a senior, but he had a chance to score for sure.
Big play attempt for sure. That's no question about that.
Entler dumps that one off. Kowalski for a third straight time. He'll catch it at the 40 and pick up about, call it 4 yards. Brings up third and medium. Yeah, just looking for what the defense will give you. Tackle made again by McCracken. Those two are best buddies by the time this one's over with.
Yeah, well, this quarter's about over with, so we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter when we come back here.
Fair enough. We'll step aside for a break. Fourth quarter when we return. Grizzlies 47, Trojans 28 on STSPN.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Full practice, Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extra. Take it on.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Back to action here, start of the fourth quarter. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn here with you. Todd and Sarah Elvig both manning or womaning the controls. 47-28. Grizzlies with the lead and the football. 3rd down and 5 after that Kowalski catch. Motion down the line. Hard count. And there it is. There's the free 5.
That is unfortunate for Post Falls because they needed to get a stop here big on 3rd down. They'd have got the ball back, but that is probably going to give them a first down.
Yeah, I think they're just going to call it good and say first down. That was a 3rd and 5 and change, and they just called it straight up 3rd and 5. GP crowd laying into the folks from Idaho. But that was Entler just doing Entler things. And GP has just had a complete game, and we're not even through the whole thing yet.
No, it's not dark yet, but the lights are on. But the lights are going out at Post Falls.
Kai Brooks checks in. And a delay handoff. Good work by the camera folks to follow that when I lost it for a moment. That was Kai Brooks taking that little delay. He'll get a decent gainer there.
Yeah, he's got about half of what he needs to get to the line of gain there.
Yeah. I initially thought they were going to put that right on the midfield stripe, but you're right. That's a gain of about 5 and keeps the clock moving. And I'm not going to say Post Falls has accepted the inevitable, but there's not as much urgency on that front 4 or 5 for the white shirt defense. Low snap. Entler drops that one off. And Herman Belaine breaking tackles and finally gets swarmed down out near the first down marker.
On the 45, so 3rd and 1.
Good blocking, but too many white shirts there. This is a good-looking team for Post Falls.
Yeah, Post Falls kind of trying to guard against the run now. They're moving the 5 up on the line and pulling up the linebackers a little quicker, but kind of give GP a chance to throw the ball if they want to.
3rd down and a yard. That's why they've got those backs and backers sucked in. Jet sweep motion, play fake, pop pass, picked off. And there's your stop you were asking for if you were a Post Falls Trojan. Interception by Miller and flip the field.
Let's see that again. Why did that was a duck ball throw by Entler. It didn't even spiral. So,
well, it was a pop pass intended for. I would almost call that a hot, but Zachary Albright, his head wasn't around.
Well, he didn't. I think the ball got I think
tipped.
Entler let the ball go too quick because he was getting forced, and he just threw a duck up there for an interception.
Well, he faked the jet, then he faked the dive, and then went right over the top with a pop, but nobody home.
Yeah.
Big run, and got to be careful with the momentum here. Burton rumbles ahead. 10 minutes and change left, down by 3 scores. Cannot awaken the beast here if you're GP. McEwen, pistol set. Sets his feet, slips it out. Catch is made. First down is attained. First catch of the day for Cody Matthews, the sophomore. And this is that efficient pick and pop offense from the Idahoans.
Quick and ready to go.
Under 10 to play. Declaring Jace Osland. Near side, snap, toss, left side, 5 yards, 7 yards.
Maybe 9 yards.
I was like 5 yards, 8 yards. We'll see.
How about 9?
Sure. Yeah, 9 yards on that play, and back to work goes McEwen. This is a Post Falls team that looks like they're having fun all of a sudden. Jet motion, Osland. Watch the bubble. Nope, it's a toss, and there's no blocker there. And he will make something from nothing and get near the first down.
They lost about a yard, maybe.
I actually thought, depending on where his knee went down, he might have gained a foot. Nope, you're right. He lost a yard. And so back over the football, 3rd down and 2. Trips to the left. Snap. Give. Felix hits the pile, surges it. No, does not surge it forward.
I think he might have got it, though. I'm not sure if they're going to give it to him.
Well, the pile went forward, and he didn't. That's something I don't know that I've seen before. He hits, and everybody goes forward except for him.
He did not get it. 4th down.
James Jenkins with the stop of the day right there. 4th and 1. From that angle, 4th and about a half a yard.
And busted up the middle again.
I would say so. And whistles, I think we got a timeout.
Let's see what the signal
Timeout Glacier Peak. Peak wants to think about this one, so Coach Keck will call the troops over, and we will call a timeout ourselves. Back after this, 8:15 to go in regulation on STSPN.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Back to action here on a 4th down and a yard. 4th down and a foot and a half, we'll call it. Now, I won't say nothing riding on this but the game for the Trojans, but it's pretty doggone close. You've got to get the first down here if you're Post Falls. GP burned the timeout to get the stop and drew themselves offline or offsides.
Yeah. Well, let's see. GP thinks that was the Post Falls.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I saw the flinch because they put an extra lineman in as an H-back in Caden Anglin, and Caden just went hunting for somebody about one hut too early, and you could tell he lurched forward and then went, oh crud. So
still a big play here for Post Falls Trojans. They've got to get hit that slant pass to the tight end again. Where's that butter play that they need to have?
There he is, left side, right in the middle of your screen. Left hip of the left tackle, and he'll go in motion this time. Set up as a ginch to the right. Now more whistles.
I think they're going to get a timeout this time.
Timeout taken by Post Falls. They need this first down urgently. We'll keep it right here on STSPN. We're brought to you by Les Schwab Tires, media partner Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app. Also brought to you by the Washington Officials Association, U.S. Military, Monster Energy Drink, McDaniel's Do It Best Hardware Store, Home Comfort Alliance, Grit Handcrafted Wood, Bickford Ford, and of course Adrenaline Fundraising. We'll be awarding the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game in our post-game show. And we'll award the Les Schwab Tires Lineman of the Night, although technically Lineman of the Afternoon. Got plenty of candidates for this one, but we also have a full 8 minutes and 15 seconds left before we get it, well, in the books.
What does Bickford Ford sell?
They would sell Fords and Ford accessories, I suppose.
Like trucks and cars and things like that?
Yes.
That you got to spend money on?
Yes. Bickford Motors, we'll say.
Oh, there you go.
And the official ride of STSPN is a cherry red Ford truck.
Probably don't know that Bickford Ford also sells trailers.
Yes, I was just talking with one of the Bickfords. Oh, little Statue of Liberty handoff, and that'll get him the first down.
And then some.
That was a nice slippery play to Burton McEwen, improvising there.
Well, that's why I called that timeout. Maybe that was planned all the way.
Whee! Around the back. That was shades of Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl, 2005.
The trick play works once in a while, and it worked that time.
Nothing to lose in this one. Empty backfield. Fires that one on a seam. Caught. Sage.
That's my favorite play again.
Yep. Just leak that tight end out.
That's money. That's money every day. I think they could run it 10 more times.
Again, it's like Noah Fant out there. Michael Everett. Plenty of NFL tight ends to name.
He's open.
Fires. Caught. Touchdown.
Nice, perfect pass, too. Right in stride.
Osland with the grab, and Post Falls gets closer. That one from, what, about the 15-yard line?
Yeah.
So we'll say a 15-yard strike to Osland, his second score of the game. Big extra point upcoming here from Singleton. Miller the snap, ball down, kick on the way, and good. And don't touch that dial, don't touch that mouse. 47-35, or
should be 35.
Yeah, 47-35. Post Falls trails the Grizzlies. Back after this on STSPN.
Hey there, laddie. Do you have a fallen tree or a forgotten log? Do you have some old wood planks that'll have a story I'd like to tell? Great. They'll mill it, prepare it, and finish the wood for your unique project. Let them take your storied old wood and turn it into a world-class piece of art. Grit, handcrafted, is something that will be treasured for a lifetime.
To work here on STSPN, presented by Les Schwab Tires. Amp Harrell, Ron Henthorn. There is the squib kick. Takes a funny hop, and I love the go, get down. Crocker gets it and sits on it.
I think that was a little bit shorter than he intended it to be, but we'll see what's going to happen here. All you Post Falls, Idaho fans out in Idaho probably still holding your breath. This might even happen, but
just a two-score game here, 47-35.
You do a lot of scoring in 7 minutes, 31 seconds.
Well, you got to get another stop. You got the first one on that miscommunication on the hot pass, turned into an interception. Trojans wanting to bow up. GP wanting to take the air out of the football. Pistol set. Running back directly behind Lucas Intler. Low snap on the ground. Picks it up. Blitz pickup. He is going to run for his life and lose about 3.
Well, that's a little bit of an error there on GP's fault, and that's going to help Post Falls Trojans quite a bit.
That's a tough play, and the linemen are kind of going, what went wrong? How did we mess that one up? Back to work here, approaching 7 minutes to play. Fourth quarter, 47-35. 2 unanswered scores for the folks from Idaho to make this thing interesting.
GP needs to get at least a couple first downs here and run some time off the clock to make sure they can come out of this. And let's see if this one works for them.
Antler slings that one, batted at the line and deflected, intended for Fullerton.
That's going to work in Post Falls' benefit there because it's going to stop the clock.
So on the first down, you had a low snap and it was nearly turned over. On second down, batted ball, and now you're facing third down and long.
But as history tells us, GP can make the big play, so watch out, Post Falls.
Yeah, lots and lots of double-figure scoring plays so far in this one, and a couple of big splash first down plays.
This is a key play for GP because if they do not make the first down, they will have to punt. Back
Play
to
fake.
pass.
Entler picks up the pressure, dumps that one off,
That's
and
intercepted.
it's ripped away. It's ripped away. They were looking for Darling, and Elliott rises to the occasion and takes that one away, and that's a stop. That's
Definitely.
a stop for Post Falls.
You watch Elliott. He's going to go to the ball, and Darling's just waiting for it.
Elliott Rise, they battle for it, and he says, no, this one is mine, and takes it straight to the ground. 6:34 left.
Keep on breathing there in Idaho.
Post Falls is fired up. Trips to the near side. Screen pass. Not blocked up particularly well, and they'll only get about 4 yards on the Cody Matthews catch and run.
Or 5.
So second down and a long 5.
That's a good gain on first play though.
Yeah, get in front of the sticks, stay on schedule. GP got to dig in. Matthews in motion. McEwen, give. Burton, big hole, first down.
Yep.
Yeah, we're over here trying to, make dinner plans and figure out who gets these player of the game shirts, and Post Falls says, not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast yet, no.
We want some laundry to take back with us all the way through the pass. 5:45 to go. Clock runs. GP up a couple of scores. Post Falls trying to answer, and what an open field tackle. Completed to Matthews, but Fullerton says, sit down, boy.
Good defense there by GP. That would have been good for another 5 or 6 yards easy.
Loss of a yard instead. Clock continues to bleed. 5:22. Tick, tick, tick. It's an extra defender for GP. The running clock. Pass is incomplete, nearly intercepted. Looking for Matthews.
A little bit behind Matthews. He tried hard to hang on to that as he turned around to try to get that.
Third down and 11. Of course, it's 4-down territory here with 5:13 to go. Doesn't matter if you're back on your own end zone, or end line, I should say. Post Falls needs points. Points in possession. Clean snap, McEwen. Looks, lofts it, has a man. One-handed grab. What a play, McLean.
McLean, nice play. And if you watch McLean, if that shows up on replay, he does not turn around and look for the ball right away, and so the defender doesn't know it's coming. Now he's looking, and now the defender looks around too late.
He is a bad man.
Darling got beat big on that one.
Zips it to the seam, to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown to the tight end. That is Sage. And from 10 yards out, it's a connection.
What did I tell you about this being a high-scoring ball game and not to go home yet? Boy, it's 47-41. This is going to make it 42 if they put this in.
It is a 6-point game, extra point pending. Singleton to claw into this lead. Snap, set, kick on the way, up and good. Do not think about adjusting your viewing device. It is a one-score game with 5 minutes left. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Oh, go back to the fridge and get a beer.
Well, fine, a root beer, a sarsaparilla. Back after this, STSPN.
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run.
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball. A walk-off 2-run home run.
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
Back to work here. Glacier Peak Grizzlies set to receive a very, very important kickoff. 4:54 left in regulation, and it's a 5-point game.
And if you're a Grizzly fan, you better hope and pray that the Grizzlies can maintain possession of this ball and at least move down the field far enough to where they can run up enough clock, whether they score or not. But if you're a Post Falls fan, you're all excited about what's going to happen because you're going to get a turnover.
Singleton kicks this one on the ground. It is a roller taken by the tailback. That's Owens. And Owens just finding room and finding none. He will fall down on the 35, but he hangs on to the football. Excuse me, the 25. You're correct. Spotter here.
And 35 is going the other way.
And at least it's not the 51-yard line. That one has bitten me a few times.
Yeah.
4:47. Clock stopped on the change of possession. 5-point game. Keep in mind, Glacier Peak was up 4 scores at one point in this one. Now they're up 5 points. Drops that one off. Decked. Nothing there for Isaiah Olson. And this is a Post Falls squad that is fired up, Coach.
Alexander Dean took care of that one for Post Falls.
4:30 and the clock runs.
One down under their belt.
Second down and almost 13 from the 22.
I think it is 13.
Okay, they just corrected it.
Yeah.
12 and a half. From the gun, as it's been the whole way, Entler. Tight formation, relatively speaking. Give Owens, gets the end. Surges around and makes a man miss. He's got plenty of running room across the 50 and finally taken down just shy of the 40. Huge first down for GP.
That's a little fresh air for GP down there after that play, because had they not made this first down, it was going to be kind of clinch time.
Yeah, just about everything that Post Falls could ask for until that run. Broken free.
Still a lot of time left in this ball game. If Post Falls can get the stop, they're 5 points away from taking this ball game.
Yeah, that's it for Post Falls. They've got to get a stop. GP has got to keep this clock moving and or get in the end zone. Entler, big pistol set. Snap, give, penalty marker down, hit immediately, drop for a loss of 3. Actually, call it 2.
That's on the line. That's going to be
probably procedure.
Probably procedure or offsides. I'm not sure what they're going to call there.
3:08, clock stop for the penalty.
Going to go chat with them a little bit.
Substitutions checking in. Darling out, replaced by Carlos Herman Belain. Procedure, and I was going to say, do you decline it there because you got to stop on first down?
And they did decline it, yep.
I mean, think about it this way. If you accept it, then it's first down and 15. If you decline it, it's second down and 13.
Yeah.
Smart play, smart call. 3 minutes, clock moving once again. GP in no hurry, as you might expect. Trying to cling to this 5-point lead.
10 left on the shot, on the clock.
Shot clock, play clock, pitch clock. Entler gets the football, snap, give, play blown dead, but just getting decked there. That was Kai Brooks again.
Hey, there's some sunshine coming in over the field on the left here.
And there's a timeout taken. I think we'll need to keep it here. 2:41 left. GP calls the timeout. 47-42, partner. Second down and 13. I think they called the time. Did they call the timeout before the play?
They apparently did, because they're still showing second down. So
yeah, it was very, very quick. But they went with Kai Brooks to try and have a battering ram, and that didn't seem to work either.
The GP wants to figure out what they need to do to make sure they maintain the ball here. And a good timeout by Shane Kick for doing that timeout.
Yeah, just trying to figure something out here to try and get another first down and keep that clock moving.
Take a breather and get settled in there so you know what you're doing, what your assignment is.
Trojans with just one timeout left, down by 5. 3 unanswered scores for Post Falls, Idaho. As we'll get set to go down to field level.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We're good. So, second and 13 for GP here. Zettler's back, looking to throw the ball. Batted away, almost intercepted before it hit the ground. But at least it's down for GP here. As we come up on third down. Post Falls looking good on the stop so far. This is a big play for GP here coming up. GP looking over the sideline to get their play called in. Zettler single back. Zettler back to throw out to slant pass. It's going to be the big play call. It's a race for the pylon. Quick turn go, and he's down, and I think he's going to score.
Penalty marker.
Oh no, coming back. Well, there's the first big score attempt that didn't happen because of the penalty marker done on the field. And that's going to be probably a hold against GP. Let's see what the call is here. It's coming back, you know that. And
Just a tough spot to be in if you're Glacier Peak.
yeah, it looks like a block in the back against GP. And it's still going to be third down. It's going to be third down and a bunch. Well, they brought it. They still third. They didn't move the ball back from there. I don't understand that. I guess it should be fourth down then, right? Or maybe what's second down? Was it second down and 13?
That I couldn't tell you. I was on the move.
Yeah. Well, it's third down and 13. Whatever is right. 2:25 left here. GP needs to get this third down play. Just make it happen.
Entler dropping, looking, has a man, incomplete, overthrew him.
So it's fourth down. What do we do here, After we punt this or we run it?
I mean, with the incompletion, the clock stops. If it wasn't for that, I would at least bleed this clock down a little bit more. But from this part of the field, from the 45, I don't know that you can run a 4th and 13 play. I think you got to punt it. I think you've got to be safe.
And they're sitting back in the punt formation here, so very likely that's what they're going to do and try to hope that they can keep Post Falls from scoring with a little over 2 minutes left in the clock when they get possession here.
It's a little drippy out here. I don't think it affects the conditions, but big rainbow extending out the end zone to our right.
Starting to feel damp down there, is it?
Fair catch called for and made. And yeah, the sideline field is soaked.
Oh.
It is wet. Can't really tell from our camera shots, but yeah, it has been dripping a bit out here. So see if that affects the footing down the stretch. 5-point lead for Glacier Peak. Going on defense now. 1st and 10 from their own 15.
2:11 left on the clock there. Post Falls did it the last time they had the ball. Let's see if they make this a real exciting ball game here. At least give us a big thrill.
This game is going to be decided right here. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Snapback McEwen.
Long ball.
There's this one out. Jump ball incomplete, nearly intercepted by Kevin Bonchi.
Almost. Could have, should have been an interception, but Post Falls still alive here. Regardless of the outcome of this game, Post Falls is going to go home feeling pretty good about this, win or lose. They're coming back from that deficit and playing the ball game they did. They're showing that the good team that they are. And like we said earlier on, the big plays from GP kept them in the game. So don't count Post Falls out for the rest of their season.
Snap and a give, big hole, and that's a gain of about 8 right in front of me. Devin Burton, the senior, gets some room. Minute 54 and the clock ticks.
Nice to get a gain. That'll keep moving the ball.
Oh, penalty marker down as Connor Aney was rushing onto the field. So I'm not sure if they're going to get GP for a substitution infraction or if not everybody was set.
Well, I guess we're going to find out here in a minute. I think it's going to go against GP, though.
I don't know if you can hear on my mic down here at field level, but that crowd from Post Falls is just giving it to GP as we've got a double rainbow across the sky here.
And it does go against GP, giving Post Falls that first down they need. As the clock runs down to 1:45. Against that 5-point lead for GP.
From the 22 now. 1st and 10. Motion comes near side. They'll look for Burton. He is met immediately and dropped. Tackle on the play by Isaiah Olsen.
Clock's a factor, timeouts are a factor. The Grizzlies have one timeout, Trojans have one timeout. They haven't decided to use it yet. They need to get this play in here and get moving quickly. Let's see if that rainbow's got anything good for the Trojans here on this play. So it's a nobody looking play.
Yeah, incomplete, shifting defense.
I don't know if it shows up on our screen or not, but number 5, Jason Osland, was down here on the far right side, wide open, even though he wasn't looking this way. He was not covered at all. He had nobody within 10 yards of him.
1:11 left in this one, in regulation. 5-point game.
Sometimes it's important for the quarterback not to run the play, but to look to the field to find the open player. Let's see what he does on this play.
High snap.
Still looking right, left, going to the...
Pass is caught, but that's not enough for a first down. Got to bring up 4th down.
This has got to be a first down or the last play of the game. Which is
timeout. Looks like we have a timeout Post Falls, I think. Yes. So we'll take it as well.
We'll be right back.
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back and over the wall for a home run.
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball. A walk-off 2-run home run.
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
All right, back here live. 59 seconds to go, Amp. What have we got going on down there?
Well, both sides have just got to draw up the perfect play. GP defense versus this Post Falls offense. 4th down and 4 yards to go from the 33. Quite literally nothing riding on this but the game. 59 seconds left on a drippy afternoon.
Yours is my favorite play. We got to do that slant pass to the tight end, right?
Yeah, I mean, that might be the best bet here with 4 yards to go. GP crowd getting loud. McEwen from the gun.
That's as much noise as I've heard in a long time out of this crowd.
Drops back. Scrambling to his right. Pressure comes. Bloops this one up. Tipped up in the air. Incomplete. No flags. And GP more than likely going to hang on here. Glacier Peak taking care of business. That one was a little underthrown, but the defender leaps up. Kevin Bonchi tips it into the air, and celebration and jubilation on the GP sideline.
We had a good ball game here tonight, this afternoon, and rainbows and rainbow plays for sure. No question about that. The Trojans going to walk out of here with their heads held high, even though they're 5 points down in this game.
Yeah, I mean, that was nearly a Disney caliber comeback from Post Falls, Idaho. And now on the turnover on downs. Turnover on downs means that GP can just kneel on it here.
Yep.
Trojans out of timeouts with 51 seconds left. The victory formation for Glacier Peak. And now we've got to talk, as the seconds tick down, about our player of the game, presented by Adrenaline Fundraising, and our lineman of the night, presented by our friends, of course, at Les Schwab Tires. We've got a lot of different options, including Lucas Entler, Isaiah Olsen, Isaiah Owens. Olsen, by the way, with 3 touchdown grabs. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
We had an awesome game from Michael Darling, who had a touchdown grab and had a kick return for a touchdown. A lot of different options, but I think we're of the same mind. Are we going to go with Lucas Entler with his laser beam passes today?
I think we need to give him a shot at that because he's kind of made those big plays happen, and I think he should be the player of the game.
All right, any thoughts on lineman of the night? I'm thinking Antonio Cherez myself because he's had some incredible defensive plays.
I'll go with that too. Go with him.
All right, so I've got to go and get number 3 and number 67. And I've got to go get the coach as well. I'm assuming we want to keep it down here on field level, not go anywhere, and try and catch everybody as quickly as we can. Handshake line, so I've got to get on the right side of it.
I don't know if you're going to catch them when they come off the line or not, because they're going to run right over to the grandstand, to where the fans are, where the cheerleaders are.
But still, just what a phenomenal performance here. And I see 67 right now.
You may or may not be able to get him out of that crowd over there, so...
Yeah, I think I'm not going to catch him. That's for sure.
If you get a chance, go grab Shane Keck and tell him who you want to talk to, and he'll send a move to you.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Are we on?
I hope you caught that. I absorbed contact.
I saw it, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Wonder if I can get a chat with Coach before he heads in.
You can grab it there.
All right. So we're talking with the victorious Coach Shane Keck. Congrats on a big win. And how big was this one?
Yeah, it was kind of a wild game. Obviously got up real big, and then they found some things. They made some plays. We threw 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter. Hats off to Post Falls, man. They came over here. Man, there was no quit in their team, right? I don't know what they were down, 28 or 35, whatever it was. And, man, they battled back, so hats off to those guys. But real proud of our kids finding a way to win. And maybe in some years past, I think that game may have flipped on us, and I think that shows the character of our kids.
Well, what was the difference in this one preventing that full comeback?
Yeah, I think just kids made a play. I mean, they made some heck of a plays. We made some great plays down the stretch. And, end of the game, there's one drive, and, kid made a great play on a ball on 4th down, and off we go.
Leadership, a big factor on this one as well?
Yeah, senior leadership's a big deal, in the program. Hopefully, guys understand and just keep trusting the process. We scored and kind of put it away, and they another yellow flag came out. I don't know how many flags it was on us, but it was a lot tonight. So which kind of made the game go long, and just real proud of our kids the way they battled.
A lot of things to work on, and this is a team that gives you a lot of things on tape to work on for conference play, right?
Yeah, we're really grateful for these guys to come over and play this game with us, and it made us better for sure. We proved that we can do some things, but also proved there's some cracks in the dam. We got to hone up. So,
all right. Any final thoughts?
I just appreciate you guys being here. Thanks a lot.
All right, go get this one, and congrats. That's Coach Shane Keck, the victorious coach of the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. I'm going to go try and find me a player, but I know there are a lot of things talked about in that end zone behind me, so I'm going to need Ronnie to help me out and fill a little bit of time.
Okay, we'll take a kind of a short break while you go out there and find them, Amp, and we'll come right back to you.
All right, thanks. We'll send it to break on STSPN.
1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish, or online at bickford.net.